I've lived in a Muslim country for 18 years and I've never tried Ramadan. So this year I decided that I'm gonna fast for a week and I'm gonna bring you guys with me to share my experience. Water is so good. I am so hungry right now. Pretty life-changing experience. All the prayers going. Let's just say it didn't go exactly as planned. This water tastes so good. Oh, I was about to eat that piece of rice. Oh. If you don't know my story, hi, I'm Christina. I was born in France and then my family moved to Tunisia when I was just 2 years old. I grew up in Tunisia from 2 years old and didn't leave until I was 18 after I graduated high school, so I grew up in Tunisia my whole childhood. When I graduated high school, I moved back to the United States for 4 years for university, ended up getting married, and then my husband visited Tunisia and decided he loved it so much that we should move back. So now I've been living back in Tunisia as an adult for 2 years. So growing up in Tunisia, I actually have a lot of really special memories surrounding Ramadan, even though I've never actually fasted. I did fast for 1 day last year when I was going to be breaking the fast with some Tunisian friends, and I really wanted to feel what they were feeling to make that iftar moment be that much more special. So other than that 1 day last year, I really don't have any experience with Ramadan. Many of you know that I'm not Muslim, I'm actually a Christian, and even though we do have certain fasting days in Christianity and fasting is an important part of Jesus' teaching, we don't have an entire month dedicated to it, so this feels like a big deal. If you don't know a lot about Islam, you may be wondering what is Ramadan and why do over 1 billion people worldwide participate every year? Ramadan is considered the holy month in Islam and it's based on the lunar calendar, so it changes a little bit every year. What most people know about Ramadan is that it's where adults fast from dawn until sunset from food and drink. A lot of people also might stop smoking or drinking or partying, and there's a big focus instead on prayer and charity. I'm really thankful that this year Ramadan is between March and April because the fasting window is going to be a lot smaller. I remember times when I was younger in July when they'd be fasting from 3 in the morning and wouldn't be able to eat again until 9 p.m. And all day it is super, super hot in Tunisia. If you're Tunisian, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is so hot here in the summer and you can't eat or drink and it's really miserable. So I'm very glad that this year it'll be in March. One thing I wanted to note is that a few weeks ago when I was first thinking about doing Ramadan, I actually posted a video on TikTok and asked what other people thought because I didn't want to do this if it would come across offensive or rude or, I don't know, not kind to your religion in any way. I got over 200 comments from people telling me that it's actually super respectful to try this and that everyone would be super interested in hearing about my experience. So even though I'm a Christian and I'm not a Muslim doing this, I really hope you know that this is out of a good heart and I'm very curious to just see what it's like to put myself in the shoes of everybody else in the country that I live in. So let's do Ramadan for a week. I'm actually so nervous. I wanted to give you a little update. It is currently Sunday. Tomorrow is the first day of Ramadan, so I'll be waking up at 4:45 for this food, but I was doing a little bit of meal prep, hard-boiled a bunch of eggs so that I could have these in the morning for breakfast because I know that I'm not gonna be wanting to cook something when I get up that early. And then I am making some protein pancakes. I think that'll be really easy to just put a bunch on a plate and be able to eat those in the morning. I feel like I'm making a guess for tomorrow. I feel like I'm not gonna be hungry and I feel like that's gonna be the hardest thing. So I'm not gonna want to eat or drink, but I know that I'm gonna need to. So that's my guess for what tomorrow's gonna be like. But yeah, I feel prepared having the eggs and the protein pancakes ready to go. Okay, these are my protein pancakes. They came out so fluffy and they look so good. So I think I'm gonna have maybe 2 of these with 2 of the hard-boiled eggs each morning. It's too early for this. Gosh. It is currently 4:45 in the morning. And it's time for suhoor, and we need to be done eating by 5:15. So I have a half hour to eat some food, drink some water, and do some prayer. And it is still completely dark out. I know that in the Quran it says that when you stop eating is when you can tell the thread in the sky of light, which we do not see yet at all, so we're still good. So something that I was not expecting is how totally awake I feel. Definitely expected to have such a hard time waking up. I actually thought that I might not even make it and just like have to go the whole day without food or water. It felt exactly like when you have like a new job coming up the next day and like the whole night I was waking up like every like 30 minutes, like, is it happening yet? Is it happening yet? Like waiting for your early alarm to go off because you want to make sure you don't miss it. Like, I don't know if anyone relates to that, but like for me, if I have like a big event happening, I set so many alarms to make sure I don't miss it. And that's exactly what it felt like. So I'm actually just like super awake right now, but it means that I just like didn't sleep super well because I was waking up all the time. I'm actually vegetarian, and so one of the ways that I actually love getting in a little bit of extra protein is with peanut butter, which is one of the reasons I wanted to do pancakes, because in my family, I don't know if it's an American thing or if it's just my family, but we love putting peanut butter on our pancakes. So that's what we're gonna do today. Put some peanut butter. Oh, it just looks like so much food. I don't want to eat this much food. Okay, it's already 5 and I have 10 or 15 minutes left, so I really need to pick up the speed here. Just like I thought, I am super not hungry, and I don't usually eat breakfast in the morning anyways. So usually I don't eat my first meal until noon, which I think will be helpful in some ways, but I think eating this food now, it's just gonna be really hard to get it all down. So I'm just making sure I especially drink enough water. I think that'll be the most important thing. I feel like I have to rush myself because I only have a certain amount of time, but I don't want to feel like I'm scarfing down food. So I'm going to tackle my pancakes, and I pulled out my Bible to do some reading as I eat. Oh, I hear the call of prayer. Does that mean I'm supposed to be done eating? Or does that mean? I don't know what that means. Oh my gosh, I better hurry up. I just finished eating. I put my water bottle in the fridge. I feel sick, honestly. I don't know if I'm just like really not used to eating that much food. I just don't feel right. But I'm gonna try to go back to sleep and hopefully that will help. Good morning, guys. It is currently 12:24. I ended up sleeping and woke up around 11, which is so much later than I thought I would wake up. I decided not to set an alarm because I knew that I had a terrible night of sleep and I really wanted to make sure I got some sleep in. So I ended up waking up at 11, and I've actually just brought my laptop into my bedroom, and I've just been working here because I am way too lazy to go and get dressed and everything. My husband is prepping his lunch and everything, so I think I'm just gonna keep working here, and then whenever he eats, I'll take a pause to not eat with him, but watch a show with him, be together. I have my nightstand right here, and I 100% when I woke up reached over for my water bottle and it wasn't there, because I put it in the fridge that I would not even be tempted to touch it, because I know that I would be tempted to touch it. I am literally so thirsty though. Like, I think the water is definitely gonna be the hardest part about this. It's really nice that you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, okay, 6 hours from now, we're gonna be able to eat. I can do anything for 6 hours. We got this, you know? Okay guys, it's time for something that I've been dreading, which is taking my medicine. I know that this pill is tiny, okay? I know it is. I am terrible at taking pills, and I have to take it at this hour every day, so I can't take it in the morning when I'm able to eat. So I need to take it now, and I'm gonna try to do it without water. I feel like in the Quran, there's gotta be some type of exception for medicine, right? Like that would make sense to me. So if I can't get it down, I might take a sip of water, but I'm gonna try my best not to, but I have to take it, so let's try this. I got it. I got it. Okay, great. But honestly, I feel like I just used all of the spit I had left in my mouth, so it's feeling very dry. Welcome to my bathroom. It's a lot later than it normally is when I get ready, but again, I slept until 11, so we're just now getting ready for the day. And I was gonna brush my teeth, and it made me think of the passage that I was reading this morning from Matthew 6, and it was basically talking about righteousness and doing it for God and not as a show for other people. But the reason that I thought of this when brushing my teeth is because I think that people can get super legalistic sometimes in religions, and it can be a major roadblock for having a really good relationship with God. And we've created all these other laws as a society, and so we're judging each other based off of those laws instead. And the reason I was thinking about this when brushing my teeth is because I know that for Ramadan, there are people who will not even brush their teeth because they don't want to have water in their mouth. They know, okay, we're not allowed to eat or drink, but they're making a man-made law that says we're not going to put water in our mouth so that we're not tempted to swallow. There are even people who will spit. So during Ramadan, it's very common to see people just like spitting on the sidewalk because they don't even want to swallow their own spit. So I'd love to hear from you if you're doing Ramadan. Let me know in the comments if you think it's okay to brush your teeth, if you think it's okay to have water in your mouth. Obviously, I've never done Ramadan before. These are just my opinions. Okay, it is currently 4:10 in the afternoon. We have about 2.5 hours left to go before the iftar and we can eat. A little check-in. I was feeling okay this morning. Lunch happened and my husband ate and I didn't, and I definitely felt like I need to do something. Like I'm used to just like eating and watching a show at the same time. So I actually got out a nail file and everything and just did my nails so that I could be doing something at the same time. And then I had 2 back-to-back calls. So I've been on calls for the last 2 hours and just talking the whole time. I don't know if you can tell, my mouth is just so dry. Just finished work, it's 6 o'clock. I'm pretty sure the iftar is in about 30 minutes, but the sun is setting and I never thought I'd be more happy to see the sunset. Let's take a look at this. Look at that, we can see some sun going down. Honestly, I don't even feel hungry. I feel like my stomach has had no effect to this, but my mouth is killing me. Okay, it's 6:18. Oh, I was about to eat that piece of rice. Oh, I'm waiting for the call of prayer to go so that I know when to start eating. This entire thing is filled with water. And then I have a whole plate of curry. But of course, I also have my dates with peanut butter because it's very common to first drink water, then have shorba or soup, but I don't have one of those, and then have some dates. So now we wait until the call of prayer. Last year when I did this for a day, I didn't wake up in the morning for suhoor. So I finished eating at like 8 p.m. and then didn't eat again until 6 p.m. the next day. So I fasted for like 22 hours from food and drink. So I think the move is you have to wake up in the morning to eat and drink, and the day goes by a lot quicker. Usually in a day, I think I drink maybe 4 or 5 of these. So not having this is definitely been the hardest thing. I can like hear some mosques that are like far away, but I feel like I need to wait for one that's closer. I definitely hear something. What time is it?
6:22.
I feel like I can't really tell if I can hear it or not, so I'm gonna sit on the balcony so that I can listen closer. We have a mosque like kind of far, so I don't know if I'm hearing something else. Okay, I'm hearing lots of different mosques go off, so I think it's time. Oh yeah, there's the mosque, I hear it. Water is so good. I think I want to have my dates for dessert because I'm just not hungry for something sweet. I feel like I have to eat slow or else I'm like already full. Good stuff. Obviously I'm not Tunisian and I don't make Tunisian food. So this is not a typical like breaking the fast meal. Water, some bread to eat with my curry, dates with peanut butter, and my leftover pancake from this morning. Good morning, guys. It is day 2. It is currently 4:50 in the morning. I am feeling pretty bad, to be honest. My throat is hurting so bad. I get pretty sick pretty often, and this is exactly what it feels like before I have a cold. And honestly, my nose is starting to run and it definitely feels like I'm gonna be getting sick. So I don't know if it's just because I didn't have the water yesterday. I'm not looking forward to today, especially because of the lack of water. So I went to bed later last night than I did the day before. And I think I also ate later last night than I did the day before. So honestly, I'm not that hungry. So I think I'm just gonna have my eggs and not my pancake because yesterday I only ate 1. I couldn't even eat 2 just because I'm not hungry. I am also gonna have some vitamins as well. I forgot to take these. And maybe that'll be helpful, especially as I start getting sick. It's hard to drink so much water, but I know that if I don't finish it, I feel like I'm gonna regret it. But my stomach feels like so full, I don't want to drink anymore. Maybe I should have like tea or something. Ooh, that does sound good. But I only have 3 minutes left, so I don't think I have time. Maybe I should do that tomorrow. It is 5:05 and I'm ahead of schedule, so that's good. I think yesterday I didn't realize that it was going to be going off early. I think I thought it was going to go off at 5:15 and the call prayer actually went off at 5:10. So I was a little bit off with my timing. So today I want to be sure that I got up, was quick to make sure that I made it in time, and I'm gonna go back to bed. And honestly, yesterday it was amazing being able to sleep in. Obviously, everybody doesn't have that privilege, but it really helped time go by so much faster. I think if I'd been awake for those extra 4 hours or something, it would have made it feel so difficult, especially for the water. But since I can, I'm gonna do that again because it really helped. It is currently 10:45. I just woke up from sleeping and I feel horrible. I woke up with a really bad sore throat. My nose is running, I'm coughing, and I actually have a fever too. But I genuinely don't know if I can go the next 10 hours without drinking water. I had gotten so many comments from people when I mentioned that I would be doing this, saying that I'm gonna love the health benefits, that it's so good for your body. There's so many, advantages for your health to do this. And I understand the fasting from food. I do think that, you give your body a break from having to break down your food. It can finally have time to optimize and your organs have kind of a break. So I do know that there's a lot of scientific proof behind not having food, but not having water for 13 hours. I just genuinely don't see how not having water for that long can be good for your body. I have a very weak immune system. I get sick very quickly. And so not having the sleep that I usually have with having to wake up in the middle of the night in order to eat, and then also just not having that water, I think that really damaged me. It's definitely not how I wanted this to go, but I've spent the last hour working and I have my hot pad that I've been putting on my neck to try to make it feel better. But I did end up deciding to drink, so that's very disappointing for me because this is not how I wanted this to go. I definitely wanted to be able to do Ramadan exactly how it's supposed to be done. I'm still going to be doing no food for the rest of the day, and then I think I'll reassess and see how I feel tomorrow. I'm very disappointed in myself. I'm really bummed that this is how it ended up happening, but I want to be honest about this journey with you guys, so I am not going to lie to you. I did drink water today. Wanted to update you guys really quick. It is about 4 in the afternoon. I'm definitely starting to get hungry, so we've got 2.5 hours left to go, and I cannot wait to eat. This is kind of torture. I shouldn't have done this to myself, but I prepped all my food. Tonight I'm having chickpea tacos with green beans, guacamole, green peppers, onions, and guacamole. And we still have a half hour before the call prayer, so now I just get to look at this food and not eat it. We're watching The Bachelor, and now I can eat my food. Finally eat.
So I know that's not what you're doing right now. But I guess the idea is I'm waiting to see you, and I can't see you because I know
So good.
I'm just
Some chocolate.
Cardiac surgical department. There is no cardiac surgical department. Those memories will come flooding back once you're my age.
Hey guys, so I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but I definitely have a full-blown cold and I still actually have a fever. So I'm getting ready to go to bed now, and I know that sleep is going to be super important for me to be able to recover. So my plan is to actually sleep tomorrow, wake up around 8 or 7:30 like I usually do, but I'm going to actually sleep through this hood and skip that in order to get a really good night of sleep. And then I think I'm going to continue to drink water tomorrow, but I'm still going to try to fast from food. So that will be, I stopped eating at 9. So that'll be about 18 hours of fasting, 20 hours of 9 to 6. Yeah, that'll be about 21 hours of fasting from food. Stick around to see what happens tomorrow. Good night, guys. Good morning. It is day 3 of trying Ramadan. If you can't tell by my voice and all the tissues on my side table, I totally got sick in the night, just as I expected. It was so hard to breathe through my nose, so I had to breathe through my mouth, which made my mouth super dry. So I was drinking water all the time, had to go to the bathroom so many times, so didn't sleep well. So I'm literally working from bed again today. This video is just me working from bed. I promise this is not usually how my work goes. I literally have an office that I work in every day, but getting sick changed that. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Guys, it has been literally 2 weeks since I have last updated you, so I decided that I wanted to make sure that I could get completely better, recover, and then continue this challenge, because if I was just going to be drinking water but not food, that's not really what Ramadan is, and so I really wanted to be as realistic as possible. So there's only 2 weeks left of Ramadan, so I better get started now. Also, I work from home and I always keep my hair in braids because when I take them out it's really curly, but I just take them out when I go somewhere, so you guys are probably going to be seeing a lot of this. It's not actually how I wear my hair, it just makes my hair curly. I kind of had 2 mornings last week where I woke up before the call prayer and ate food and drank and everything, and I ended up sleeping in, and then after that I got sick. So I decided that this time I was gonna do something a little different, and we're gonna test that out today. I was waking up at 5 or 4:45, eating food and then trying to go back to bed. But the thing that happens when you eat food is it gives your body energy, right? Your body's now working to break down all that food. And so going back to bed was not easy. Waking up and like, it's not just waking up to go to the bathroom, it's like waking up to eat a whole meal just felt like so much. So what I decided to do today was I just had my water next to my bed, my alarm rang at 5, I drank a bunch of water, and then I went back to sleep really easily. So we're gonna see how I feel today. It's almost noon and I'm feeling okay. I know that the water is gonna start getting to me soon. I am starting to feel hungry. I think I should have eaten a little more last night for dinner in consideration of this, but I think that this is really gonna help me. Obviously, I still wanna be waking up to drink water because I don't wanna go without water for that long, but I think not eating food in the morning might be what's best for me. The difficult thing is I do need to make sure that I get enough calories at dinner just to make sure that I'm eating enough. So I do need to plan to have kind of a bigger, heavier dinner than normal. So we'll see how this goes, but welcome back. This is super random, but I'm sitting here on my computer working, and I always have music playing when I work, and I realized that I have been mouthing the words instead of singing along with them because I don't want to talk too much, because I don't want to lose all the moisture in my mouth. So that's a fun fact. It's currently 2:30, we have 4 hours to go until dinner, and I am starving. Water-wise, I'm actually doing fine, and last time I did this, I was not really that hungry, but I think because I didn't eat a lot last night, I am so hungry right now. I want food so bad. But I'm hopping on a call, so hopefully that will help me kind of be distracted for a little bit. And did want to say that the call that I'm hopping on is my monthly one-on-one. So every month I have a call with my manager where we just kind of talk about my goals for the month and anything that we want to discuss. And usually during these monthly one-on-one calls, I'm able to get like a snack or a drink. We kind of like make it fun, and she gets a drink and I get a drink, and I'm so mad because I can't take advantage of that today. I would love to like get my fun little drink, but I can't. So I'm gonna have to see if she also has a drink, and I might get jealous. So you know how earlier I mentioned that I didn't think I really needed food because it's kind of hard to wake up and eat that much food in the morning, and I was pretty fine last time food-wise? I regret everything I said. I am starving. It is 4:30. I still have 2 hours left to go, and I have such a bad headache. And I drank water in the morning, probably the same amount of water that I had last time. But man, maybe I really do need to either eat a lot or I do need to eat something in the morning because I am starving. It's actually crazy. And I feel like such a baby. Like, obviously you guys can't feel what I'm feeling. So maybe you're like, oh, Christina, you're just being so dramatic or whatever. But no, I don't usually get hungry. Like, I can go a while without food. I am starving. So I think it's easy for me to be like, oh, I can't just like stop working like most people have to like keep working. But actually in Tunisia, at least where I am, a lot of people finish work around 2:30 or 3 in order to have time to go home and to prepare all their food. So a lot of people are getting off of work early during Ramadan. So maybe I should too, you know, maybe I should jump on the boat and be part of the family. So I don't know, we'll see. I might end up taking a nap. Okay guys, we have 1 hour left until sunset, and my husband is already eating his dinner. So now I just get to smell that and not get to eat it.
That makes me look bad.
But we decided to watch a show, so I'm gonna wait for an hour. I already prepped a little bit of my food so that right at 6:30 it can be ready. We're gonna finish The Bachelor. We have the final season. And then hopefully this will distract me so that I won't be thinking about how freaking hungry I am. The good thing is that this show is literally so dramatic that I completely forgot I was hungry. So I think I'll be fine for the next hour, especially because it's the finale and it's like, they're hyping it up so much. So I think I'm gonna be able to forget about myself. Okay, we watched our show. We watched half of it, so we still need to finish it. But we have people that come over every Tuesday for game night, and someone is here, and I can't even eat yet. They usually come over at 6:30, and I can't eat till 6:38. So I'm gonna finish making my food now, and I guess I'm just gonna eat by myself when everyone's here. I'm not sure, but I got my water prepped. I just realized that it's 6:41. This water tastes so good.
So they all start out going to the gate, and then you have...
I totally forgot to update you guys, but I finished the entire bowl of salad, which was very hard to finish it all, but I know that I needed the food. And then I just downed all of these strawberries. There's none left. And I don't know if you've ever done this before, but we dipped them in powdered sugar and it's super, super good. I feel like I still should eat more food, but I'm not really hungry, so I don't want to. So I'm gonna potentially wake up and eat food in the morning when I also get up to drink water. So we're finishing our season finale now of The Bachelor, and then I'll go to bed and we'll see kind of what happens tomorrow morning. Good morning and welcome to day 3 of doing Ramadan for a week. So remember how yesterday I was like, I'm definitely gonna like eat food because I was starving yesterday. I wanted food so badly. So this was my setup that I had on my side table. Let's just say it didn't go exactly as planned. I ended up waking up at 5 and drank water, and I was so tired. I honestly just did not want to get up and eat food. So I have a pack of peanuts that I had set out, which I honestly thought, like, a pack of peanuts, I love peanuts. I think it would give healthy fat, so it would help me stay full. And it wasn't a ton because I was feeling like last time when I was eating, there was too much food, so I thought this would be perfect. I was too lazy, I was too tired, and I did not eat it. So we are doing this again today with no food. But my brother, my little brother, is actually gonna be fasting with me today as well. So we're gonna be going to dinner at their house, and he can be with me as we eat and drink for the first time today. I am hopping on a call now, and it's like my quarterly review, so it's a little bit important. And I realize my hair's still in braids, so I definitely need to take that out. But I'm doing okay. I think lunch is the hardest, just because I'm used to eating and it's like an activity. So honestly, like I feel so bored. So one day I cut my nails. Today I was like giving my husband a foot massage. So just like, I feel like I need to do something because I'm so used to doing something when I'm eating. And honestly, I love food. Like it's such an activity and there's like so many things that we do around it. So I think that's tough. And we have 3.5 hours left to go and I'm feeling good, but I'm about to hop into this call that's an hour and I'm going to be talking a lot. So let's hope my water situation is okay. We have 2 hours to go and I do have another meeting now. One thing I have noticed that's just like a fun fact is my breath smells so bad. I think I mentioned this before, but I hope that other people aren't realizing it, but I'm like, it smells so bad. I have a water bottle. Zachary, come join me. Okay, so we came to dinner, but dinner's not ready yet. So I'm just gonna drink water and chocolate covered, what are these? Cranberries? I'm gonna eat a few of these. Is it time? It's 6:36. Is that time?
1 more minute.
Oh, 1 more minute. So I do need to confess, my alarm rang at 5 and I snoozed and I had it after technically the school time, but it was still like at 5:30 or something. So technically did not do it today.
I was cooking and I licked my finger.
I took a sip of water when I took a pill. Not 100% today, but you know, tried our best. 6:37.
Oh, yes.
Cheers.
Okay, sure.
You're probably definitely not supposed to break your fast with sugar, but here we are. Cheers.
That's good.
Oh, my mouth's like not used to chewing. It feels difficult to chew. We'll report back when dinner is ready. First food, take a bite.
We went on Monday.
That's good stuff. Currently Thursday, and yesterday we came home after being at my family's. I ate literally so much food. I think I had 3 plates of lasagna, salad, and then a lot of strawberry shortcake. It felt like my birthday. Every year on my birthday I always have veggie lasagna and strawberry shortcake, so I was loving it. I ate so much food, and honestly I think that was really helpful. This morning, if you want to give a guess, I was lazy again and didn't eat any food this morning, but I'm not feeling at all as hungry as I was before. I think just because I ate later and I ate more. And so even though it did feel like a lot, like I was like super full and kind of just uncomfortable of how much I ate last night, but honestly, it's really helped this morning. And if you think about it, that's the only thing I ate all day, which is kind of concerning. I'm like kind of hoping that I don't lose any weight or anything. I'm not trying to lose weight, and I need to be making sure that I'm actually eating enough calories to maintain a good weight. So I do think that eating more yesterday was a good thing. But I don't know. I know that people say like Ramadan is healthy and everything, but I feel like you could totally go the other extreme, not eat all day and then just binge all night. So I feel like it could be worse because you could be eating a lot more than you normally do. One thing that happened last night that I guess I finally realized is a pattern is I am waking up so many times to go to the bathroom in the night. I went to bed around 11, woke up 2 hours later to go to the bathroom, woke up 2 hours later to go to the bathroom and then drink my water for the suhoor, then went back to bed, woke up and went to the bathroom. So I guess I don't really go to the bathroom all day, but I go all night. So that's not fun at all because it's kind of interrupting my sleep, and I usually never have to wake up in the night. Woke up this morning at 7:30 to go on a walk with my mom. We love walking together every week, and this is the first time that I've actually done any sort of activity since doing Ramadan, and I was a little bit worried. The most concerning part is that we talk the whole time, and it was pretty hot outside today, but I came home, took a shower, and honestly I'm feeling good now. I just get so excited to eat. Now I'm like, it's something I look forward to. I think sometimes we can get in places with food where you just do it because you have to and you don't really recognize the joy that food is such a blessing to us. So I'm just getting so excited to eat. But yeah, I think actually today I'm feeling better than I have before. Also, my little brother is so freaking precious, and it was so adorable yesterday to be doing fasting with him. That is just so precious, and honestly it was really fun to have someone else do it with you. I think that's something that I'm missing, is that most people during Ramadan, they're doing this as a community. You know, they're doing it with their families, with their spouses, with their siblings, and so there's a big piece of accountability. You're all in it together, you're doing something together, and even if it's harder, it's easier because you're doing it together. So I feel like, you know, if you're doing a workout by yourself versus in a group, you're a lot more motivated to stay strong when you're doing it with a lot of other people. So that's something that I'm missing, but that I think is probably a really beautiful part of Ramadan, is that it brings people together. I just got off work and I'm out of breath because I'm walking to a friend's house where I babysit every week, but woo, a few reflections is that I think this is getting a little easier. I've definitely not been as hungry today. It is about 6, so we have 45 minutes until the breaking of the fast. I'm still feeling pretty good. The girls don't go down till 7, so I might just drink water at 6:45 and wait for the food until later. But I definitely feel like this is getting easier, and I think my body's just getting more used to it. I have finished a whole glass of water. Some people did leave me some comments on Instagram saying I need to not be breaking my fast with cold water, but for now, this tastes amazing. I got the girls down for bed, so it is currently 7:15, and I'm just gonna be eating some snacks because I have a snack plate since I'm babysitting, but then I think when I go home, I'm gonna have another meal just to be more full. So here I've got some carrots, some strawberries, some nuts. So good. Hello again, it is currently Friday and it's actually already 5 p.m. so the whole day has passed and I have not given you guys any updates. I have been doing the same thing that I've been doing, which is setting my alarm at 5, drinking the water, but not eating food. And I feel like my body is getting used to it. It's already a lot easier than it was on Tuesday. The water is definitely not as hard. I'm definitely still getting hungry around like 4, and I've been telling my husband for the last like hour how badly I want to eat food, but the water part has definitely gotten easier. And we're heading out now to go and run some errands. And then I actually don't have specific plans for dinner, which is not good because I want to make sure that I have enough food prepped at 6:30 so that I can eat. And then I also want to make sure that I'm actually getting enough food. We just came back from doing our errands. It is 6:10. The breaking of the fast is in 30 minutes. And I'm just about to start dinner, which is probably gonna take me an hour. I don't know why I do this to myself. So let's see how we feel in an hour from now. I'm cooking our food. And I realized it's so freaking hard to make delicious sounding food and not just like taste one of these and put one of these in my mouth right now. Also, usually I just like eat the outside, like and I can't. This is really giving me a lot of compassion for all of the people, I think probably in Tunisia, mostly moms, women and wives who are making food all day for their whole family. Which is a lot of food and it takes a lot of time. They cannot eat anything as they're in a hot kitchen making food that sounds delicious and they're starving. If you're one of these people, my heart goes out to you. This is very difficult. We've got our onion and garlic cooking. The call of prayer is going. I can drink some water. So good. The pack of peanuts that I haven't eaten for the last 3 days. I'm going to to add them in the middle of some dates. I get my dates from Terra Delisa. They are so good. I have a code actually for you that you can use for 10% off. But this is very traditional to eat dates as one of the first things when you're breaking your fast. And since I still have to wait for my other food to be ready, I thought, why not? A lot of people will put butter or peanut butter, but since I have peanuts and I love a good crunch, I'm gonna do that instead. Cheers. The crunch is so good with it, oh my gosh. Hey you guys, it has been about 3 weeks since I last finished my week of Ramadan, and I wanted to wrap up this video giving you guys a few of my final reflections. Also, I realized that this video got super long, so one, if you're watching this far, thank you so much for watching the whole video, and two, I'm really gonna try to go quickly here to give you some of my final thoughts. Number one, I think this challenge really built discipline. Even though towards the end I was definitely not waking up every morning to have this hood, it was still amazing to go throughout the day and really practice that discipline of not eating and drinking. The next thing is that this definitely gets easier the longer you do it. Towards the end, it was honestly becoming really easy for me to spend the whole day not eating, and even the drinking was getting a lot easier. You guys know that at the beginning, it was so hard for me to go a day without drinking water, but it definitely got better and better as I kept going. And going along with that same thought, after finishing my experience trying Ramadan and going back to eating 3 meals a day, I honestly felt disgusting. I felt like I was eating so much food and I was honestly uncomfortable to eat the amount of food I was eating. I definitely think that one thing I'm taking away from this is that it is so good to give your body a break and to just let it be without eating for a day. So I think I might go into fasting once a week. You guys know I'm not a Muslim, and so there might have been some things that I didn't do as much to a T as I would have done if I was thinking that this was really an impact on my relationship with God. I know that different people have different opinions on how far to take Ramadan, how much do you drink, can you not even put water in your mouth, can you brush your teeth? But I do think that if you take it to that much of an extreme and become so legalistic, it could take away from the learning experience of Ramadan. One other thing I wanted to note is that I did actually end up losing about 6 or 7 pounds doing this challenge just for the 1 week. Personally, for me, that was not my intention. I'm not trying to lose weight. My goal is to maintain my weight. So I was actually a little disappointed in this because so many people had said that this would be healthy. And I think that healthy means something different to different people. But for me, losing weight is not what I would have considered healthy. And looking back, I was eating such a small amount of food. Calorie-wise, it was really not enough calories for me to be able to maintain my weight. So it does make sense that I lost weight. I didn't go into this challenge thinking ahead enough about eating calorie-dense foods. So that's just a warning to you if you're wanting to try this, whether you're trying to lose weight or gain weight, definitely make sure that you're eating enough, because when you're only eating 1 meal a day, or if you wake up for school, which I wasn't doing, so there was a second meal there that I wasn't eating, but if you're only gonna be eating 1 meal, make sure that you're getting enough nutrients for your body. You guys saw that I did not have your traditional Ramadan experience. I wasn't going out at night to hang out with friends in the Medina. I wasn't eating Tunisian food. I wasn't waking up for this hood. So there's definitely things about this experience that were not the same. One of those things is the community aspect. I think that's something that's so fun about Ramadan is it brings everyone together and you're doing this as a family and as a community. Another takeaway is just how freaking thankful I am to even have food. Getting up every day and being able to not have food as a choice and not as a necessity made me so grateful that I even had food in the first place. This has really made me enjoy food again in a way that isn't just like a habit that you have to eat food because it's lunchtime, so I'm gonna do it, but more so that you take that first sip of water after a whole day of not having food, and it is just life-giving. And even tasting all the different foods, it just becomes so much more enjoyable when you've gone all day not having any. You're really taking it all in, and it really made food exciting again. I'm so thankful that I tried this. I think it was really eye-opening and really helped me to see what other people are going through. Going forward, I don't think I'd ever do a whole week again of not having water, but honestly, the no food thing will definitely stick with me, and I think this is something I'm gonna try again every Ramadan season because it helps me feel so much more connected to the people living in my community. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you learned something, and if you have tried Ramadan or have any questions about this experience, definitely let me know in the comments, and I'd love to chat with you there. If you wanna see me on a more regular basis, you can follow me on TikTok or on Instagram where I post pretty regularly. Have a great week.